I'm Marin, and this is Post-its and Pens. Hello and welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Marin, and here you will find a little beauty, a little books, and a little teaching content. So if that sounds like something you might enjoy, I would love for you to subscribe and stick around and join me in my little corner of YouTube. Today's video is going to be my December makeup basket. So let's go ahead and get into the video. So to start off, I want to go ahead and just recap briefly my eyeshadow roulette project from last month. If you want to take a look at that, I'll link it up above. But basically, instead of picking individual shades to work on in November, I picked entire palettes to work on because I was looking at potential palettes for my Pan That palette project next year. I also filmed a little video looking at the options that I'm thinking of for that, which I will also link above and down below in the description box, so check that out if you're curious. But I did use each of those palettes 5 times, which was the goal. So first I'm going to go ahead and take you through the palettes that I've picked to kind of play around with this month. There are actually 6 of them because I got a new one in the mail that I got half off for like a Black Friday sale. So let me tip you down, I'll show you those palettes, and then we'll take a look at what else I'm going to put in my makeup basket this month. Okay, so here are the palettes that I have picked out for the month. So I'm going to go ahead and just go through them one at a time. So the one that I did pick up on the half off Black Friday sale is the Huda Beauty New Nude palette. I have only used this once. It just came in the mail, but it is really, really pretty. I have wanted this palette for a while. You can see I was using this shade right there, but this is so pretty. Those shimmers are so pretty, and I'm really excited to have this in my collection because these are the kind of shades that I really, really love, and I cannot wait to get some really good use out of this. But so I did put that in for December just to play around with it. The next one I have is this Natasha Denona Mini Star palette. This is pretty well loved. I tend to travel a lot with this one just because it's kind of a good all-in-one palette. I hadn't used it in a while, so I wanted to go ahead and give it some love this last month of the year. I really like these shimmer shades. This is a shade that I use all the time. Anytime I use this palette, I usually put this all over the lid, put this on the lower lash line, and then put one of the shimmers over top. So that is this one. The next one I have is this Ulta Beauty Stargaze palette. This is just a little tiny palette that I saw Kelly Gooch talking about, and my Ulta had it in stock, so I went ahead and picked it up. So let me kind of show you the inside. So here it is. It's just a kind of cool toned neutral palette, so I tend to put this all over the lid, darken it up with this. I'll use this on the lower lash line, this under my brow bone, and then I've been like circulating between the shimmers. I really like this one right here, but that is the other little palette that I picked up. This is not very expensive, and I've really been having a lot of fun with it. Already used it twice this month. Then we have an oldie but goodie, the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. So this one is one that I had talked about potentially using in my Pan That palette next year, but I don't think I'm going to. I kind of am thinking that I might go ahead and try to use up some shades that I really, really love. This one, this one, this one. I do like this under the brow bone, but I don't use a lot of these other shades, so I'm thinking next year maybe it's last hurrah, and then I will probably declutter, because once this shade is gone, that is by far my favorite shade in this palette, and I really probably can get rid of it at that point. This one is really pretty as well. I like to use this one under the lash line or the lower lash line, but the rest of them are just kind of okay, and this is not really something that I feel the need to hold on to for any significant amount of time. Next up, we have the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette. This is another one that I really, really love. You can see it's been getting some good amount of love. I really like this shade down here. I use this every time I use this palette. This one right here is a nice, just kind of matte brown shade. The shimmers are really pretty. This is that goofy jelly shade, which I do not use, but I do like everything else in this palette. So wanted to give it some love, kind of really get some good times with these shimmers because they're really, really pretty. So that is the next palette in this month's eyeshadow roulette. And the last one is another new release. So I did go ahead and pick up the Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette. I have the mini retro and love it. And I have really been having a lot of fun with this Retro Glam palette as well. The greens in here are really, really pretty. The shimmers are really pretty. I've used this twice already this month and I'm having a good time with it. I can see this one becoming a definite favorite. So some of the products in my makeup basket are going to stay the same because this is like the last month of the year. This is the last month to finish off some Project Pan goals. So I do still have some items that I am not going to change out because I am hoping to make some really good last month progress on those items. So they are going to stay in here, so those are going to be the same, but I have added in some new ones, some things that I haven't really used in a very long time, and I'm also going to take you through my lip product collection so you can kind of see what I've got here. It is way larger than it needs to be because I don't wear lip products. I have talked about my inability to remember to put them on, and that is why I have a whole bunch of them that really need to be used up. So I'm going to take you through that, and we'll pick a couple things out that I think I'm going to use kind of this month, possibly into January as well. We'll kind of play around with it and see, but that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and tip on down and look at the items I'm going to put in my makeup basket. So here is my little makeup bag. You have seen this before in previous videos. So I'm going to go through what's in here because some of this has not changed. I am still working on the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer. You can see that this is in my Project Pan. So I'm hoping to get at least a little bit more use out of it this month. I also am using the Beauty Bakery Pinch of Flour setting powder because I did finish the one up from Nakia Joy Cosmetics. I picked this one up at Target, so we're giving this a go. I like this decently well, but again, it is not comparable to the Too Faced Peach Perfect, so, you know, still on the hunt. But this one is a pretty good powder that I have been enjoying. I'm also still working on the number 7 Perfect Light Translucent Perfect Light Pressed Powder, which is what I use to set my under eyes. You can see it's been getting some good use. I'm going to repress it actually to get it back into the center and hopefully finish that up this month. Then I have the same eye products I've been using. So I've got the Benefit Roller Liner. This is actually a new one because my previous one had dried out. I still have the Glossier Lash Slick Mascara, which I use on my lower lashes, not my upper. I don't really like it on the upper lashes. This is almost finished up, so probably will be done this month. And then for the upper lashes, I've been using the Makeup Revolution Blowout Mascara, which I do enjoy. It kind of just has your typical brush, so I have been enjoying that one. I think it makes my lashes look quite nice. So those are the eye products. Then we have the 2 items that I've added in to replace ones that had been in there. So first I have this Bare Minerals Invisible Bronze. This is in the shade Fair to Light. This is not gotten some use in a while, although I really do enjoy it when I do use it. So I've gone ahead and put that in there for this month. And then I went ahead and added in the Becca highlighter in Rose Quartz, which looks like this, just a pretty pink shade, because the blushes that I'm working on this month are also pink. So I wanted to go ahead and just do like a pink highlighter. And speaking of blushes, they are both from my Project Pan. So I still have the Glossier Cloud Paint in Puff, which I have been tracking as part of my Project Pan. And I am still working on the Tarte lipstick in Salt Life. I am getting there, y'all. Look, like, I'm getting there. I'm really hoping I can finish this up this month. So those are the only 2 blushes that I'm putting in because they are both in my Project Pan. Now, as for primer, I am still working on the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. You can see it's getting towards the end. So I really do like this primer. It's the only one I have in my collection right now. So I'm going to continue to use this one until it is gone. And I am almost finished with the Revolution Pro Hydra Matte Fixing Spray for my setting spray. There's just the tiniest bit left. It's like coming out kind of in spurts, and it's kind of difficult to use, but I do want to finish that up. When this is finished, because I probably only going to get 1 or 2 more uses out of it, I'm going to switch over to the Milani Make It Last Original Setting Spray. So those will be the setting sprays in my makeup collection. These are the only 2 that I own. And now we're looking at my lip collection. I have so many lip products in here, y'all, and I hardly use these. So I did have this in my makeup basket the last couple of months. I used it a handful of times. I do like it. I just am really bad about remembering to apply lip products. So we're gonna switch that one out, and I'm going to pick something else. So you can see I do have this Bite lip gloss, which I would like to finish up. That one's really pretty. I also have this Laneige like duo-toned lipstick, which I haven't used in a while, but this is like a peachy shade, and since I'm using pink-based makeup, I don't think this will really go very well. I've got this one right here from Buxom. This is their full-on lipstick, and it just looks like this, so that is a possibility because it is pink. I do like this shade, so I'll keep that out just for a minute. I also have this lip gloss from Laura Mercier. This is the Lip Glossé in Baby Doll. It just is a pink shade, so could potentially use that one. Other pink ones. I've got this lipstick. I don't even know what brand this is, y'all, but it is in Seek Adventure. I got this at Walgreens like last year sometime, so that is a pink shade that I could potentially use. I'll go ahead and swatch this one as well for you. So this is the Buxom one. You can see it's just a lighter pink. I've got this one too, which is more of like a berry shade. This is in Chase Dreams. Thinking I might save this one, yeah, for like January, because that's more of like a berry winter color. Then I've got some lip glosses. So this one is from Too Faced. This is from their like, whatever that fruit collection was, but this is Home Slice. So I've got this, let's see. Can you tell I just buy random lip products, y'all, without even really paying that much attention to the color. So everything winds up looking like very similar. But that is the gloss from Too Faced, which is really pretty. Then I've got this one right here from ColourPop. This is the shade JJ. This is their ultra glossy lip. This came in like a collection. So we've got that one. Obviously that's quite sheer. But yeah, there's like all the pink ones that I've got in here. And then I have lighter pink ones. So I've got like this one from Too Faced. This is from their like natural, it's called Birthday Suit. So we've got that one, which is like a very nude color. So that's not really what I'm looking for this month. And then I have some really expensive lip products, but this one is just like a champagne-y color. I usually put it like over something else. This is Tom Ford Orchid Soleil. And then I have this one also from Tom Ford, which is definitely out of my comfort zone. That is not a color I wear really at all. That is the shade Jared. And then I've got this one, another Tarte lipstick, but that one is very peachy as well. So here's what we're looking like. These are all of the lip shades that I've got in my collection. I actually think I'm gonna go ahead and do the Buxom one, which is this one right here, this shade. So I think I'm gonna add that, and then I do think I'm gonna put that Too Faced one in there, which is this shade right here. So maybe I can get some use out of these this month. We will see. I also think I'm going to put the ColourPop one in just because it's very, very sheer. I've had it for a really long time, so I probably should get some use out of it. But 3 lip products is definitely a lot for me, so we're going to go ahead and stop right there. But I will add those to this month's makeup basket. So there you go. That is what I'm going to put in my makeup basket for December. Hopefully you enjoyed kind of the look at the lip collection that I have going on. I'm really thinking a lot of these I could really use as like cream blushes. So I might play around with that next year just to try to get some of these used up. The glosses would not be difficult for me to use if I could remember to put them on, but that's who I am as a person. I'm terrible about it. So let me go ahead. I'll tip the makeup basket up so you can see what's in there. But here we go. Here is December's makeup basket. Hopefully you enjoyed this look at what I'm hoping to use during the month. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you would like to see more from me. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.